here is the least productive bunch of orchids in my collection. They're Cattlianthe. It's a pain and grief for me because they don't want to bloom. Their blooming rate is lower than angricoids. I mean, compared to the number of plants I have. So the ratio of blooms is lower than angraecums and such. But today I'm going to talk about the plant that actually blooms. It is quite large and it's not very pretty looking. Well, probably a lot of Cattlias are like that. They look pretty when they're in bloom. I grow this plant from a very small seedling I bought from Clouds. And when it started blooming for the first time, it was blooming on every new growth since then, very faithfully, no matter what condition changed or low light, bright light, it was always blooming. And it was growing in one line, producing narrow and long plant across the pot. So last year I cut rhizome in half and potted both rhizomes in one pot. So it's still not very pretty, but it made a little bit bushier plant and a little bit more balanced on both sides. And when I did that, I thought that I probably set back the plant and didn't expect anything this year. But both growths produced new growths, like new bulbs. And now I can see both of them producing buds. See, this one is smaller and there are a few buds there. And there's a sheath, but inside I already can see there will be some buds there too. So this is such a great plant. And well, obviously when I cut the rhizome in half, probably one part was stronger and the other part was weaker. So one is smaller, one growth is smaller, one is larger. I couldn't possibly know how to do it properly, so I just cut it in the middle. And so this is the plant, and soon I will have blooms. So these leaves that look ugly as hell, it's not a problem. It's actually my doing. A couple years ago, this plant was still in a tank, but it was growing pretty tall. And this was a new growth, and it got too close to the light bulbs. And I should have moved the plant, but I kind of ignored it. And it got burned. So it doesn't look nice. It doesn't spread, so I keep it as a reminder that I should be mindful of my plant's leaves and the light bulbs. They don't have legs to move themselves from the harmful light. So I need to remember to watch. But notice it's still, this growth, even burnt, it still bloomed. And with this growth, you can see it's very long and spindly. It's from when this plant was, I moved it out of the tank and I didn't have good place to put it, so it was in darker corner. And so this growth was growing towards the light, and it still bloomed even in a dark place. This is a cross between Cattlianthe aurantiaca and Cattleya angireri. And aurantiaca has lots of orange blooms on one spikes, but they're very small. And angireri produces less flowers, but they're larger and they're red. So I usually get many blooms on one spike, not as small as Cattlianthe Aurantiaca, and they're orangey red, very bright. So those are my new buds on my Cattlianthe Mind Star, waiting for blooms. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.